Now, before you guys take up your pitchforks and start burning down my channel, I realize that this is a gameplay on Detour, one of the DLC maps for Black Ops 2, and I've said countless times that I would never buy DLC for this game, because it's still not a fucking finished product, even 11 goddamn months into the life cycle. I stand by my statement. I haven't bought DLC for this game. The reason why I have this gameplay and some other from DLC maps is because I have a friend in real life that did actually buy the season pass, and he comes over from time to time to play Black Ops 2 with me. When he signs in, he has access to all the map packs, and we play on the DLC. He'll go home, and I'll still play after he leaves because I'm a fucking mooch like that. I'm using this gameplay for a particular reason, and it's not just because I get a few, oh my, quad feeds with my streaks. It's because I want to talk about DLC. DLC in Call of Duty is horrible in all facets. It's bad for you because you're forking over money after already shelling out money to buy the fucking game. It's also bad for developers because it forces them to make new maps and shit instead of actually working on the bugs or enhancements for the particular game. The developers just exploit the fact that we're an instant gratification society, always wanting the next new thing. I mean, for fuck's sake, the iPhone 5, 5S, and 5C are the same fucking phone, yet people eat that shit up like Pac-Man on a Friday night. It's just a complete fucking cash grab from the developers. Why bother fixing the actual game when you can make even more money off of DLC? They already got our $60 for the fucking game. The only way to milk it is through DLC and microtransactions, which I already covered in another video. I'll throw it down in the description in case you want to hear another amazing rant video. Anyways, by doing things like a season pass, it forces developers to work on the DLC instead of the actual issues with the game because they're contractually obligated to do so. I mean, hell, the last patch from Black Ops 2 was just fixes for the DLC maps. Oh, there was only 2 fucking things that dealt with the actual game, and they were borderline useless like a white crayon. Developers are busy designing maps, and they tend to over-design them as well since they're just focused on the maps for DLC. When the developers are making part of their next game, they have more time, yes, but they also have many other aspects to work on apart from just the maps that ship with the new game. When you do DLC, your focus is entirely on the maps, and they're completely fucking cluttered and over-designed for the most part. Additionally, if you go back on older games and try and play with the DLC maps, just like the meme says, you're gonna have a tough time of finding lobbies. In Call of Duty 4 and World at War, they automatically put the DLC maps in the rotation and kick people out that don't have them at the start of the game, which often results in lobbies that are 2v2 or like 1v1, which is completely fucking bullshit, and it's so annoying. In newer games, they finally smartened up and didn't do that. Instead, you're put in different search circles when you have DLC versus the people that don't have DLC. Thus, only the players with the same DLC as you are matched up against you. This becomes even a bigger issue if you don't buy all of the DLC maps, as most people do. And as a matter of fact, on the older Call of Duty games, most people don't even have the fucking DLC at all. So, when I play fucking older Call of Duty games, I mostly disable the DLC just to even find a fucking lobby. DLC has zero fucking replay value. Once that Call of Duty's life cycle is done, so are the fucking DLC maps. I used to be like everyone and always buy the DLC no matter what. The last game I did that for was Black Ops after it became apparent how bad the DLC for Call of Duty games are and how the developers don't even bother to patch the issues or have enhancements on their fucking game. I only got the first 2 DLC map packs for Modern Warfare 3 after they went on sale and after Infinity Ward actually showed some competence with patching the lag comp and spawn system and other issues that it had with the game. Believe me, the first 3 months of Modern Warfare 3 were borderline unplayable, just the way that Black Ops 2 has been for fucking 11 months. I have had 0 Black Ops 2 DLC purchases, and you guys already know why. But you say, Schwantz, you're paying for the DLC maps, and some people want them because it'll make the game complete. Let's think about the DLC maps themselves. I'm going to list all of them off. Call of Duty 4, Broadcast, Chinatown, Creek, Killhouse. World at War, Knee Deep, Nightfire, Station, Corrosion, Subpens, Battery, Breach, Revolution, Makin Day. Modern Warfare 2, Bailout, Crash, Overgrown, Salvage, Storm, Carnival, Fuel Strike, Trailer Park, Vacant. Black Ops, Berlin Wall, Discovery, Kowloon, Stadium, Convoy, Hotel, Stockpile, Zoo, Hangar 18, Drive-In, Silo, Hazard. Modern Warfare 3, Liberation, Plaza, Overwatch, Black Box, Foundation, Sanctuary, Lookout, Getaway, Oasis, Vortex, Intersection, U-Turn, Decommission, Offshore, Boardwalk, Gulch, Parish, Black Ops 2, Nuketown 2025, Hydro, Grind, Downhill, Mirage, Vertigo, Studio, Magma, Encore, Cove, Rush, Uplink, Detour, Takeoff, Pod, Frost, and Dig. That is a shitload of maps. Now, I did a poll with the OP guys and some of the people in the crew, and I also put it out on Twitter about the DLC maps, which ones you liked and which ones you hated. I left out all the ones that were just meh. And out of those answered, here's the general consensus of the good maps. Broadcast, Crash, Strike, Trailer Park, Stadium, Drive-In, Parish, Terminal, Studio, Grind, Rush, Detour, and Frost. Out of those answered, here's the general list of the bad maps. Nightfire, Breach, Revolution, Bailout, Fuel, Berlin Wall, Discovery, Hotel, Hangar 18, Silo, Liberation, Black Box, Sanctuary, Hydro, Mirage, Downhill, Magma, Cove, and Pod. If you take out 4 of the good maps that were actually just maps from previous games, Crash, Strike, Terminal, and Studio, you're left with 9 good maps and 19 bad ones. That is not a very good ratio, and I'm sure some of you cringed when I listed off some of the names of the DLC maps. Now, for my own personal list, there was even less on the good maps and even more on the bad ones, but you got to go with the consensus here. Now, I know this isn't a big enough sample size to make a defining conclusion on the matter, but it definitely speaks volumes about my point. DLC should just stand for don't lose cash. When you're thinking about pre-ordering Ghost, don't buy the Season Pass. It'll force Infinity Ward to make new maps when they should be worrying about balancing their game, because we all know that Infinity Ward games are the ones that are in need of most balance out of the 2 developer companies. Now's the part of the video where I turn it over to you guys in the comments section. What do you think? DLC for Call of Duty, good idea or bad idea? You guys already know what I think about the subject, and I'm going to leave a list to all of the DLC maps from Call of Duty history. Make a list yourself. What are the maps that you really, really liked, and what are the maps that you really, really hated? Compare the list and see how well it matched up with 1, the consensus, and 2, with each other. Anyways, here's the end of the gameplay. Get fucking dumped on, kids. Staten Island. I call on the Hellstorm and I end up getting killed in it, and the game fucking ends when I should have had another quad feed. Could have been a 43-12, but hey, I'll take 39-13 anyways. I have been the Schwantz 27. And just like a newborn baby, I'm out this bitch. Until next time.